Oh, Christ. I am so happy that performance is over. Hello and welcome back to another research video. Wow. The performance. What can I say? What can I say? Okay, so the performance, we fucked up. We fucked up. Well, technically it wasn't we, it was actually one person who volunteered to be in charge of the music and the sound in our group, but actually left it right to the last minute. Yes, I take it, of course, still as we are a group, but do not put yourself out there for something if you're not going to end up doing it. Simple as, and especially if that was one of your only jobs to do. That's a little run over. But anyway, honestly, the performance went to pot. It went to pot, but it went good. It went excellent, as a fact. I really enjoyed it to a standard. I enjoyed it to a standard, but it wasn't my usual performing. It wasn't my usual performing vibe, but I kind of, even though I portrayed my characters, which is what I would always do in any film, TV show, on stage performance, but this wasn't a me show. It wasn't a me type of thing, and even just being a part of the LGBT, I didn't really want to focus on it. I'd rather have done something different, something more funnier, something more, something more funnier. Like I would happily do one roasting comedians and having different comedians as characters, but the thing is, it was an experience. It was an experience, and also getting to play the roles that I never thought I'd ever play in life, especially one of them being a bisexual male, which, is me. And also playing the role of a homophobic father, which, once again, is not me. So it was definitely an experience that I'll never forget, but that is me doing that LGBT thing for at least a good few years at least. I'm proud to be part of the LGBT, but God, do we need another one? You know what I mean? But anyway, honestly, the performance went good. In my opinion, I think we smashed it. We had so many just so many overall technical difficulties on the night in the actual performance. And I feel that it was only our group that actually happened to. And I'm not going to lie to you, I don't blame anyone, but I mean, I would say that day felt very, very, very rushed. I felt because we had three groups of people, or three groups, as in three different classes, performing on the same night, one after the other. It must have made it so heated. It wasn't just heated for us, but it was heated for the tech team, and just putting it all together on that exact day, which I feel the tech runs should have been done over the course of 3 days, one group having one day, and then the final day having a whole tech run, which would have made everything easier. But I feel like it just was just so left to the last minute. We didn't know exactly what the props are going to look like, so I wish it kind of wasn't rushed on the actual performance day. But hey, we put on a good show. We put on a really good show, and I am happy with what came out the other end. But I'm just happy now, just the fact that we've got one term left of acting. I have enjoyed it, but I've come to terms where I know I had chosen the wrong decision. Film acting takes a lot of patience, and I do have patience, but it's something that I feel like I want to do down the line in life rather than straight away. Like, when I imagined myself, and I still imagine myself, I don't actually imagine myself in front of a camera. I imagine myself on stage. I imagine myself doing like little funny TV series and stuff like that, but majority on stage, either doing a drag act, or either doing a funny little magic show, or a stand-up, or just doing an overall musical, or just like something funny and cheerful. A real proper Butlins entertainer, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, this acting course, I have enjoyed it. I haven't just spent the last 6 months moping around doing nothing. But it's not for me. It's not for me. If anything, my motivation for performing has lowered, and I know for a fact that I'm not the only person in the class that it's lowered for. My motivation for performing has lowered a lot. Um, and that isn't of me being an actor, that's just because where I haven't done anything. I like where last term in level 2 we was doing musicals, I was doing one performance, one performance, one performance. As soon as we finished one performance, we jumped to a new performance, new one, new one, new one. And I know in our lives we're going to have to, of course, think about, well, we could not land an audition for at least 7 years or something, but I would always be doing something. If I wasn't out auditioning, I'll be doing my own thing at like a pub night or something like that. Like, I just felt so stuck in the same character for 6 months that I just wanted to loosen. I wanted to loosen up a bit, and this is why I am moving to musical theatre in September. The decision has been done, 100% signed over. When I told Carly Bond, she was so excited to have us back where we belong. Me and Sam Chandler, my friend, we are moving back over there. It's where I belong personally, and I feel it's my future there. My future holds there. It's the type of lessons I enjoy, the type of performances I enjoy, and just the overall energy boost. Like, I'm an energy boosting character. You know, I want to be on the West End. I want to be doing these funny, cheeky little performances and stuff. I don't want to sit in front of a camera and go, "Hi, I'm Christopher Johnson." I don't know doing that for the next 6 months. Obviously, this film, I'm going to take it so precious. I'm going to try my hardest still. My motivation has lowered, but it's not lowered to me being not a performer. I will always be a true actor and performer with whatever role I get, whatever role I get. I know for a fact that I'm a method actor, so I method act pretty much all my work. I've always method acted. Maybe not as a young child, but definitely for the last 7 years I've method acted my characters. I don't know what I'm going to get in this film. I don't know what topic we're choosing. I hope it's a good topic. If I'm going to be honest, our group got the most applause. I'm not me being a scrub or rubbing it in, but our group definitely got the most applause tonight. We got the most laughs, the most applauses, and it's not always about that, but it shows which one got the audience attention more, which one they probably felt more into. Although that could be a total tossing lie. You know, you never know. But I felt that when I look back on the actual videoed, on the actual recorded night, the actual show, the whole entire show, it was actually our piece that got the most laughter to it, and the most, you can hear the audience talking in the backgrounds and stuff to our piece. The starting scene, we're going to go through the scenes. The starting scene was basically the door scene where Jane is stopped by a teacher, or is now known as John. Jane transitioned into John, but we're going back in the past throughout in and out the story, basically investigating John's past. So John is present, Jane is past. Jane is played by Millie King. But we all kind of play two actors apart from Thomas. But yeah, the first scene was a door scene stopped by a teacher, and it was a very true scene. It took a long time to do because the door kept going into arguments, but it took a long time to do, but it was a good scene. Second scene went terribly wrong. That was all pretty much my improvisation. If I didn't walk out when I did, no one would have walked out. Like, I'm so happy for what I did that day. Not to bust any balls or to toot my own horn, but if I didn't walk out, I know for a fact someone, Millie, Thomas, or Sam would not have walked out. So I didn't know what to do because that set wasn't on stage. The tech was going mental. The lighting was going mental. I was like, what should I do? So I went on, improvised it, and it turned out to be a really funny comedic scene, which ended with the exact same dialogue as what we planned in the beginning, which was good. Third scene was the bus stop scene where I meet Thomas's character, who is John. I just meet him randomly at a bus stop. So it all kind of connects in the story. We all were kind of there for each other at some point. Obviously, we have the enemies type of reaches of how it would have been, but also got better in the end. I'm rolling the Gary Grant look today. Gary, and Leanne might pull you aside for this one. Who knows? I haven't got a Diet Coke, though, which is quite mental, but I have got a Pepsi glass. But yeah, so I kind of confronted Thomas's character, who kind of got involved in my personal space, we should say, when I moaned up at the bus time and kind of thrown a fit towards Thomas's character John. Then we had the scene of, what scene was it? I'm kind of forgetting now. We had the asexual scene, which is what Sam played, Summer played. They both played their scenes really, really well. Summer was actually playing the same character throughout the whole story, who was a straight female, who was in fact, technically Sam was a straight female. I don't know how asexual works as much still, but you know, Summer was the straight character in the storyline, who was also my bisexual character's girlfriend, which then led to a bit of a breakup. But then I also played another character, the homophobic father, who actually was Summer's character's dad. So that was a bit of a multitasking thing for me there. And then we had just the other scenes where it then jumped from the asexual scene, then it jumped to just Summer's straight scene confronting her friend, who was in fact gay. Then we had just a repeat of everyone's scenes ending in a very chilled, relaxed way. But yeah, honestly, I wouldn't change it at all. I felt like it went the way it did for a reason. I felt that we picked it up very well. Not to toot my own horn yet again, but yeah, you know. Sometimes you gotta admit when you were right. And I'm just happy it's done now, because it got a lot of stress, got into a lot of fights with the group, but we all worked out in the end because we all knew we wanted what's best for it. Anyway, that is a little 12-minute video of what actually happened on the night and how I feel per se. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon. As Gary would say, right, that's it, lesson over. See you guys next week.